Good morning, Danville. No, this is not Danville. This is the Micah show. Hey guys. So, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I didn't break my promise. And I'm gonna explain why, right? I told y'all at the beginning of the year, we finna hit up this podcast every 2 weeks. And I was serious about that. I was doing so good. Y'all see me, I was doing good. I was like week, break. Like I was back up on my bull, right? What happened is that your boy got a little phone. It was actually an email, but I'm finna use phone call because it sounds cooler. Your boy got a little phone call to be in a show. And I was like, what? So with that being said, I'm Micah Gregory, and this is the Micah Show. Cue theme song for real. What happened was, it was actually in February. My old English professor emailed me, and she was like, "Hey, do you sing?" And I was like, yeah, I took a course for several years. My classical range is bass baritone. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. My classical range is bass baritone. She's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna put you in contact with this director. She's looking for people to be in her production. I was like, it's like, me? What? I said, okay, that'd be cool, great. She put me in contact. She was like, hey, so-and-so, this is Micah Gregory, he wants to be in your thing. And I was like, I never said that I wanted to. You said you were gonna put me in there. But okay. I didn't complain. So then the director contacted me. She was like, hey Micah, I'm so-and-so. And I'm just looking for people to be in my musical. To fill in a spot or two. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So she's like, okay, send me your audition piece, and she was like, just send me a snippet of you singing, and a monologue, and just get that to me by I don't remember the date was. So she was like, just get that to me as soon as you can. I was like, okay. Okay, cool. All right, great. Huh? And so I ain't tell nobody. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, this director hit me up. She was like, she wants me to be in her production. She was like, okay, that's cool. But I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell nobody until I knew it was a fact. For just time purposes, say this happened the first week of February. I had this information to myself for about 2 weeks. Kept this to myself for about 2 weeks before I started telling people. And so I went about my life, but I was like, what song do I sing? There was this one song from Kinky Boots. I'll put that in here. But there's this one song from Kinky Boots called Not My Father's Son. And it just so happened that at the time that my professor, my English professor emailed me, I was just listening to the musicals. And I was like, okay, so for this musical, what song would be a good audition piece? And Not My Father's Son was perfect. It was the perfect song that encompasses the essence and emotion that was needed for the production that I was in. So I send over my song, and I send over a monologue that I use. I just sent that to her, and she was like, great, okay, cool. Can you sing this piece from The Color Purple? Just sing 16 counts of it. And I was like, okay. And I did this while I was driving. So I was listening to the song, I sung it to her, I sent it to her. She's like, okay, great. When can you come in? And I was like, what? What? What do you mean, when can I come in? What? She's like, yeah, when can you come in? And I was like, okay, well, I can't do this weekend because this weekend I had a competition. And I can't do Saturday because I can't do this Saturday. I have a competition. I can't do Sunday because Sunday I have work, and this was just too last minute for me. She was like, okay, that's fine. We have rehearsals every Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Can you come to a Monday rehearsal? I was like, okay. So I went to a Monday rehearsal. Sorry, this is above my face. I went to a Monday rehearsal, and I walked in and I introduced myself. She introduced herself to me. I introduced myself to her, and she was like, "So yeah, this is the cast of The Color Purple." And I was like, "The what now? The what?" She was like, "Yeah, The Color Purple." And I was like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into until that day I met them, and she was like, "Yeah, The Color Purple." I was like, "Oh, you mean the movie? You mean the musical of the movie that just came out a month ago or 2 months ago?" Mind you, The Color Purple with the new one just came out in December. They had auditions in December. I didn't know anything about this place. I just knew that a friend of mine that I used to go to school with, she was in it. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is I'm so happy for her. I wish I knew about it so I can audition for it too. They did this back in December. January passed. February passed. I get that phone call. Next thing you know, I'm at rehearsals. And she could tell you, she was like, Micah, I'm mad that you didn't tell me that you were in it. I was like, girlie, well, why didn't you tell me that there was auditions for it? Like, hello, what is happening here? And so this whole audition, they were just running rehearsals as normal. And she was like, so do you want to do it? And I was like, oh, heck yeah, I wanted to do this. Put me in The Color Purple. Put me in The Color Purple. Alright, wait for that to do this. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, so I called my mom. I was like, they gave us a break. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, like, I'm doing it. I said, yes. My grandma called me to get her lottery ticket. And I told her, I was like, I'm at a rehearsal right now. And my grandma got mad at me because she was like, you can't be doing all this. You just got that. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like, she was praying on my downfall, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, in the back of her mind, she was rooting for me, but just in the moment, she was like, no, because this is too much. This is too much on your plate. So she was praying on my downfall. And I was like, you don't know any better. I was just like, yeah, okay, all right, okay, all right. She's like, don't do it, Micah. And then she hung up the phone. I took my happy ass and went right back inside. And it was like, let's do this, guys. If she's watching this, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Sometimes we just gotta ask for forgiveness and never permission. Sometimes you just gotta jump into it and then come back and be like, so you said no. I knew if I would have asked you, you would have said no. So I did it anyway. And look at the masterpiece that just happened, right? So that's what this, right. Anyway. So, yeah, I went in, we went straight to rehearsal. I left, I met the rest of the cast, and the cast was awesome. I just found out that, so one of the people there, I'm picking up a pen, sorry. One of the people there, she was actually an old customer of mine when I used to work at the smoke shop. So, she was like, we were like, I know you know me, I know you know me, but where we know each other from? I seen you look familiar, so we just going down the list. You know this person? No. Do you know this person? No. No. And we were just going back and forth trying to figure out who was like, you know what? Okay, we'll figure it out later. And so I meet the guys, and the guys were very welcoming. Like on the first day, they was like, yeah, he's one of the boys now, and I was like, I don't even know y'all. Like, what is happening right now? I was very scared and skeptical at the same time, because I was like, they've been working on this since like December, and then here I come like 2 weeks, like 2-3 weeks before the show, before the opening night of the show. Here I come, I'm all, like, I just get thrown in this. So like I was very like, I don't know, I thought they was just gonna like dog me out. I was scared for my life. I was like, they gonna hate me. Everybody gonna hate me because they be like, oh, he's a new guy, and like he didn't have to go through auditions and da 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 da. Nah, it was not like that. Thank the heavens. It was not like that. When I tell you, like, the guys were the most welcoming people in the cast, and the girls too. But because I have to work more with the guys, they had me caught up in a heartbeat. It was like Montez, the dance captain, he was like, yeah, so you just take my spot, I'm gonna teach you everything from my spot, and then I'll just replace myself. And I was like, you can do that? Sir, like, that's the thing, like, and then you just replace yourself? I did not know that's how dance works. Like, what? And so he was like, so he taught me everything, from like just like the choreo, like one of the choreos for Big Dog, and he taught me the choreo for what was another song? Oh, Brown Betty. Yeah, he taught me all the choreo that the guys had, and just kind of got me caught up and everything. And like the guys were very open-minded, very welcoming for it. So like they were just like, yeah, no, like, take your time, we got you. And I love how like defensive they are with like each other. Like if somebody snaps their neck wrong at one of the guys, all the guys are like, hold up, because you snap your neck at him, you gotta get through us first. And so there was just like, it was definitely like that brotherhood that was created. Like they already created that, and then they just like put me in and was like, no, yeah, you a brother now, like, get with the program. Lock in, sir. Lock in. And I was like, I don't know you people. What do you mean lock in? So, but yeah, I had like 2 to 3 weeks to get my shit together. The Color Purple opening night was the first week of March. Mind you, I didn't get into this production till about the third week of February. Yeah, get with me. About the third week of February, and we had the first week of March to get everything together. So I was like, I was scared, and I was on 10. I was like, luckily I didn't have any speaking roles. I was just ensemble, so I just had to learn the dances. I was like, okay. And they had a lot of rehearsals, and so sorry. They had a lot of rehearsals, but they also had like sectionals. Like the cast members would get together, like, yeah, let's meet up at this place at this time. Let's work on it. So I was able to like go over like this person's house, and like we worked on this we worked on like this choreo, and then I was able to get the band room at my job to just for like one rehearsal. And so they came over to the band room, and we had that rehearsal, and it was a lot of it was just like cleaning, trying to get in sync for the show. And I definitely took that time to get myself caught up, because of course I needed it. Hello. But from there, it was just like I said, it was just on go. And the dance captain, Montez, texted me one day. He was like, hey, I just want to give you a heads up. You might have to read for this character. And I was like, what do you mean, why? He was like, one of the guys is thinking about quitting. So just in case he does quit, I'm going to send you the script, and you just read their lines. And then, if he stays, he stays. If he goes, he goes. We have you, placed. Unfortunately, like, this decision was just made by like the cast itself. Because apparently, as a newcomer, I don't know everything that was going on, but apparently there was just like some in-cast drama, of course, and it just seemed like everybody wanted to be a chief and not an Indian, and people who were chiefs were not, like, just off rip, were not supposed to be. I don't know what was, like, I don't know the tea, I don't know the drama. Like, I'm hearing the tea and the drama, but I don't know the tea and the drama. So I'm just picking up what I'm hearing, and it's just like, okay, well, I'm the new guy, I'm listening. You can give me all the tea and all the drama, yeah, go ahead, but I'm the new guy, so I'm not in the tea and the drama. Give me the tea and the drama, but I'm not in the tea and the drama. I'm not the tea and the drama. But go ahead and fill my cup. You feel me? And so one of the cast members actually left because of that. Just again, I don't know why, but I just know he ended up leaving. And so Montez texted me and was like, yeah, he left, so we need you to be Pa. And I was like, oh. luckily, Paul's character was only the first 10 minutes of the show, and I definitely admired how the previous person did his paw, and so I picked up like everything that he did, and I just channeled that into my paw. So we went to rehearsal one day, and the director was like, "Hey, I want you to be Adam, and I want you to be Bobby." And I don't know who any of these person. I know Adam is the son that was in Africa for all his life. But she was like, "Yeah, and Bobby is the love interest at like the very end of the musical. He comes and he says a couple words, and then he goes by his business." So she messaged me privately and was like, "Yeah, I want you to be these characters." And I was like, "Okay, I can be these characters." So I went from no speaking role to one speaking role and an appearance, important appearance, but an appearance. I was like, okay, I can handle this. And then at the rehearsal, she was like, "Hey, so this person left, and we don't have a paw. So if you guys know a guy who just wants to be in the first 10 minutes of the play, just let the musical, please have him reach out to me, and we'll get him put in." And off rip, like, remember, a lot of the cast were saying, Micah's gonna be Paul. So when she didn't announce that I was gonna be filling in, or when she didn't communicate that to me and didn't announce that I was gonna be filling in, everybody was like, "So are you not? Are you not? Are you not?" I was like, "Guys, I don't know anything. Like, it was not like this was communicated to me. I don't know. Please leave me alone." But I eventually went up to her and I was like, "Hey, I can be Paul. That's fine. I don't mind it. I like it's 3 roles, but they're small roles, so I can definitely maneuver between 3 small roles versus like 3 huge roles. Obviously, you can't do that." So she was like, "Yeah, okay, that's great, that's perfect. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna give you some feedback on Paul, on how I want Paul to be portrayed. But thank you for stepping in." And so, the next rehearsal, she wanted me to read for Paul. And when I tell you, I left everything on the floor. I was like, like I said, I admired how the previous person did his paw. So I literally just took him and put it into me, and then just went with it. She told me, she was like, "Yeah, I want Paul has to be old. Paul has to be old. So you need to age him up a little bit. So you have to, don't walk like you're young. Walk like you're older." And so to me, an old Paul was like, had to be hunched over. He had to be hunched over. He had to be mad. So that was Paul. And so that's what I did. I like I said, I took the previous Paul and I just put him in like, I just embodied him, and I ended up I was Paul. Shaylee, come on, girl, you show us molasses, right? And off rip, like I did my scene as Paul, and at the end of the rehearsal, she was like, "Yep, that's it." She was like, "Yep, Micah, that's how I want Paul." And I was like, "That's it?" So like, no fixies, no corrections. She was just like, "Yeah, that." She was like, "Micah, that was a really good Paul, and that's how I want Paul." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." Thank you. And the whole cast, they're just clapping, because again, I'm the new guy, and then I just picked up this role, and then I just threw it out on the floor at rehearsal, and they was just like, "Yep." They was like, "All right, big dog, Mike." And I was like, guys, I don't like being put on the spot like this. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, and that was it. A lot of rehearsals we spent because they had a choreographer, but because of the choreographer's schedule, she wasn't around, at least around a lot when I was there, when I was present. So there's a lot of choreo that there was a lot of scenes that she choreographed, and then a lot of scenes that she hasn't choreographed. And one of the scenes was like the beginning of Act 2 called Africa. And it's funny because my first day at rehearsal, I walked in all black and I had my little my red African dashiki. It's over there. I'm not going to go get it though. my little red African dashiki cardigan thing, and I just had my had my fro, and I just came in with my bag, and I just came in like I knew what I was doing, but inside I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? And so all the cast members, and to this day, they tell me, they was like, Micah, I thought you was like our African choreographer. Like, I really thought you was gonna choreograph Africa the way you walked in. And we was like, oh yes, he's black, so this finna eat. He came in as that cheeky cardigan. We was like, oh, they was like, yes. And then the director was like, nope. The director was like, he's gonna be part of the cast now. And everybody was like, what the fuck? It was like, we don't need no more people as part of the cast. We need to get Africa. And it's funny to hear them tell that story, because there was definitely some emotions there. Just where everything that was happening before, and then just what's happening present. And so just me walking in is like, la 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 la, not knowing that's what, like, none of this was choreographed. I didn't know that, or none of this was planned. I didn't know that they needed choreographed for Africa. I just walked in, I was like, yeah, bam, 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 bam. And it was like, yes, Africa, yes. It's like, I ain't finna dance for y'all. I'm finna act with y'all. But so that's just a fun story. They love telling that, because it's just like, we need to get this done, and the person who was doing it just ain't get to it yet. She went MIA. Eventually she came back, and she introduced herself to me, and she choreographed. Yeah, that's it. She choreographed Africa. The choreograph was very minimalistic. It was nothing too crazy, nothing too big. A lot of it was improv, and a lot of it, like, she wanted us to go home, find something, and then bring it back, and that's all that was for Africa. Which I was like, you know what? Okay, like, let's get it got it good. From there, it was just a lot of reviewing dance choreo and running. We've only when I was there, we only did Act 1. We never touched Act 2. It was Act 1. Okay, Act 1. Okay, Act 1. Okay, Act 1. And a lot of us was just like, we need to go Act 2. We need to get on Act 2. We need to go to Act 2, because we haven't touched Act 2. They probably they blocked it. They blocked a few stuff. They went over it, obviously, but it was like at the beginning of the season, and then when we came back, it was just like it was just never touched. So I was like, if I'm gonna be Bobby, I need to see what Act 2 is about. I need to see Act 2. I don't even know when I come in. I don't even know my lines. I mean, I learned my lines, but I was like, I don't even know when I come in. I don't even know what's the scene before my scene. I don't even know who's speaking with me. I don't know anything. So Act 2, we honestly didn't really solidify Act 2 to maybe the night before and the night of. It was weird. It was weird. And granted, and I'm not mad because of the window. Like, it was literally the end of December to March, so we only had really 2 months to put this together. And then I come in, and now, like, and you guys know the feeling when a new person comes in, you get set back 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. So, like, I'm coming in. Luckily, blocking wasn't terrible, dialogue wasn't terrible. Like, none of that stuff was hard. So it was just me, like, just having to learn. And because all my scene partners knew their stuff, it was just like, just follow me. Now you follow me here. Now you follow me here. And then it was like, all right, Micah, so now since you're this character, you have to lead them around the floor. So it's like, okay, cool. I can do that. Like I said, so we finished Africa. It was show week. It was show week. It was show week. Which I was very excited for. So our venue was at the Dr. Phillips Center. And if you live in Florida, if you live in Orlando, you already know what that is. But if you don't know, it's a performing arts center in downtown Orlando, and it's like it's a big Broadway center. It has like 3 different theaters. A lot of Broadway musicals come to the Dr. Phillips Center, and they put on their show. So we were there. We were in the Alexis and Jim and Alexis Pugh Theater, something like that. Which was a smaller theater. It was not what I expected. It was a smaller theater, but for the show that we had, it was perfect. And so that's where our venue was. We were in our first week there, we get we're parking, and then we're walking over to the back side of the building. And you go in, you sign in, they give you passes. You go to the elevator, you go to the second floor. You have to it's backstage. Obviously, this is all backstage. So you got the dressing rooms, everything's just backstage, and then you walk out, and it's a theater. It seats small area. They got the set here. Everything was just very. To me, everything was just new. I was like a virgin to all this. So everything was just new, and I was just like, I don't care what the issue is. I'm at the fucking Dr. Phillips Center. I'm at the Dr. Phillips Center. I'm performing at the Dr. Phillips Center. Not I'm at the Dr. Phillips Center and I'm here to watch. No, I'm performing. The last time I was at the Dr. Phillips Center was 2019. I was a senior in high school, and OCPS had their first ever principal's breakfast. So all the principals throughout the county came, and they went into the Dr. Phillips Center. They had to have breakfast. I went there with color guard, and the only thing that we did was we just practiced. We practiced spinning flags outside in front of the Dr. Phillips Center. So to me, being my first time at the Dr. Phillips Center, I was just outside spinning a flag, to now being inside and on stage. I was like, what? I was thrown back. I was amazed. Yeah, I was amazed. I like this was just all I was like a kid in Candyland, in the candy store, and I was just like in my theater career, I never thought I was going to be at the Dr. Phillips Center, and here I am performing at the Dr. Phillips Center. Like, my heart was beating. I was just like, oh my God, I'm at the Dr. Phillips Center, performing in the Dr. Phillips Center. Like, I felt so like official. I was like a celebrity. I was like, backstage pass. Let me go ahead and sign in, get my backstage pass. Let me take my private elevator to my dressing room. I was just, the experience, y'all don't understand the experience. It was an experience. It was an experience. So the week of the show, it was an early start. Call time was 4, and we never left till like 11. So everything, it was long, like 4, 5, 6 days. And we get there, and I don't have a picture of the set, but so how my director had the set was just like, there was like 5 platforms, and it was going to be like platform 1, platform 2, 3, platform 5, platform 4, and there's going to be a ramp from platform 5 down to the main stage, and the ramp was number 6, right? That's how that was the blueprint of that was the layout on the sheet that she gave us, and that's how we practice everything. It was like, okay, platform, platform 5, 4, 6, yeah. So it was platform, and the ramp. So when we get there, they're still putting my little pieces together, but the set was not what we expected it to be. There was a platform 1, and then there was it was supposed to be platform 2 and 3, but it was just like one big platform. And then you go up some small steps, and there's platform 5, and then you go down a set of steps to platform 4. And on platform 5, instead of it being a ramp, there's just a balcony. So we were like, none of this is accurate. First of all, this is extremely small. Second of all, the ramp is not a ramp, it's about. So we were just all confused. We were like, this is not right. Like, none of this is right. Granted, Miss Bonnie Sprung, thank you so much for making our set. When I tell you that she, hands down by herself, made our set while working on 2 other sets, that lady needs every flower she needs. Like, give her her flowers. I skipped something. So let's go ahead and rewind back before the week of the show. Before the week of the show, the week before the show, we were finishing up our rehearsals, and so a lot of our rehearsals were over in Mineola, and then we were able to get our rehearsals in Orlando, like downtown Orlando, or just in Orlando area, which is the same day that we worked on at my band room, or the same week that we worked at my band room. We had our last rehearsal on Monday. Tuesday we had a little sectional at my band room. Thursday or was it Friday? I think we had Wednesday, Thursday off. I think Friday we came in and we went to what is called Creative House. I don't know what to call it. Somebody owns this building. Somebody owns this building, and it just has like 3 different like studio rooms. Excuse me. It has a dance studio. I think all of it is dance studios. It's a small dance studio, another small. Looks like it's an audio studio. It doesn't really look like a dance studio, but that's what the band set up. And then a big, larger studio in the back called Creative House. And this was our first time actually working with the band. Yeah, the cast was able to work with the core, like with the vocal director at the beginning, like during the beginning of the season. I've never met the vocal director until like the week before the show. She came in on Monday, and she, we spot checked some songs, and I was just like, trying to listen to everything. Like, I listened to the Broadway version, and sometimes it's just a little different. So I listened to the Broadway version, and I kind of picked up on everything that I needed to pick up on. But of course, there were still minor details that need to be taken care of. And then from the melody, I was just placing where my voice fits at better. So she was able to come in on Monday, and we worked with her, as well as we finished some dancing and stuff like that. And then Tuesday, that's when we had at the Edgewater thing, the band room thing. And then Thursday, we went to the Creative House, and we actually worked with the band. We met the band, and this is not just me, everyone. We all met the band for the first time. And we just went in there, and we literally sang through all the songs. We sang through all the songs with the band, and when I tell you the band sounded amazing, I'm used to a full orchestra. When I tell you we had a drummer, a percussionist, 2 pianos, 2 trumpets, 2 bass, and a clarinet. We had like 10 people in that band altogether. I'm used to like 30 people orchestra. We had a 10-person band. When I tell you they sound like, I don't know how to describe what they sound like. But them jokers took the icing. Them jokers killed it. Them jokers went. And they just, oh my goodness. And this was only rehearsal. Mind you, they was rehearsing hours before the actors came. So, they were already exhausted and in. But then we went in, and then we took the scripts, we took everything. We took the vocals and the lines and the dialogue and the band, and we just put everything together. We just pushed everything together, and it wasn't as chaotic as you think it might sound. Because when they're working on that stuff and we're working on that stuff, it should just honestly just sync up like this. And that's exactly what it did. Obviously, in musical theater, the only issues that you have to worry about are maybe like timing issues. So, for example, we may take longer to get our dialogue across versus than what the band has to play. Because on Broadway, their dialogue was probably like do 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 do, and the band was like do 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 do. Versus us, because everybody acts differently, we were probably taking do 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 do, and so the band go do 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 had to go do 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 to just to match up with us. Which is not a hard-ish thing, because usually a lot of it, when dialogue is happening and the band is playing, it's just vamp. So they're just repeating the same thing over and over and over again. So if we're doing do 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 do, the band just repeat, 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 and go. Because they're obviously listening for the cue line. They're counting, but they're also listening for the cue line. So again, this might be the tempo, do 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 do. But if they don't hear that cue line, then it's like, wait a minute, something's wrong, because we're only supposed to play this 4 times, but you didn't say your line. So do we have to play it 4 times, or do we have to play it 8 times? Play 8 times? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, sync, move. That's really the only issue when it comes to like when you're putting the cast and the full orchestra together. It's just those areas where like when it's not singing, when it's just dialogue and the band is playing, those are really the only areas of conflict. And so that's literally what we worked on all day at the Creative House, which is singing the song with the band, cool. And so like now there's lines here. Oh, you have lines here? Well, we also have a vamp here. So let's go ahead and put those together. Okay. Oh, there's a vamp here? We didn't know that. So let's go ahead and play through the vamp so to see how long right. Just like a lot of those timing issues. And then that was the last rehearsal we had just outside of the rehearsal space, because then the week of the show, that's when I don't know how it works anywhere else. I just know how it works here. Apparently you only get the rehearsal space the week of the show. So mind you, we're rehearsing in the dance studio over here, and then we're rehearsing in the dance studio over here, and then the week of the show come, it's when we finally get to rehearse in our actual space. And a lot of the cast members, it felt like we were all just headless chickens at one moment, because it's the week of the show. We have to rehearse. Now we're rehearsing in our rehearsal space, actually. But now we have to do this with mics. And now, the stage is smaller than what we thought it was. So now we have to reblock. And now we have to finish choreographing, clean choreo, because some stuff still weren't added. So we added just like little things, and then we had the clean choreography. And now we had to redo blocking because the set was smaller than what we thought it would be and not how we envisioned it to be. So now we have to readjust to the set, and now we have to add the band over here. And now there was a lot of technical things that have to happen obviously during the show that I wasn't used to, because I'm used to a high school production. We have 3-4 months to put it together in the same space. So the space that we're rehearsing in is the same space that we're performing in. So we adjust our rehearsal to the performance space. And so with this, is like we were rehearsing in separate rehearsal spaces. So then when we got to the performance space, it was like, okay, so now we need to either expand all this or we need to condense all this. And then it was a lot of stuff that had to happen during this time. And like I said, we had all week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we came in and it was just a full run through. Monday, we did what we had to do. We did with the sets and the dancing and all that stuff. And then Tuesday we came in and we did a full run through all of Act 1. And then Wednesday we came in, we did a full run through all of Act 2, and then went back and did Act 1. And then Thursday we did a full run through of everything, with costumes, because we didn't have costumes. Throughout the season, costumes were being, and they were coming in, like just bits and pieces were coming in, and we were, putting stuff together, but we never had full costumes until literally the day of the show. Because even though some people had their costumes, for Africa, some of the guys didn't have their little garbs. So, I was walking around like in my gym shorts and my t-shirt. until literally Thursday opening night, which was Friday, is when we got our pieces together. And it was like, okay, so now everything was put together opening night. Like I said, there was just a lot of us running around with our heads cut off from 4 p.m. to maybe midnight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it was a lot on my half. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, which is one thing why I don't have like my podcast stuff up to date like I said I was going to have, is because I was doing this and color guard. So Monday Monday I wake up, I go to work. Again, Monday I wake up, I go to work, and then I go to school, and then I go to rehearsal. And then Tuesday I wake up, I go to work. I wake up and go to work, and then I have Edgewater rehearsal. Oh, pause. Monday I wake up, I go to work, then I go to school, then I go to East River rehearsal, and then I go to musical Color Purple rehearsal. Tuesday, I wake up, I go to work, and then I have Edgewater rehearsal. Wednesday, I go to work, East River rehearsal. Thursday, I go to work, I go to Edgewater rehearsal, then I go to musical rehearsal. Friday, work, musical rehearsal. Saturday, it's either musical rehearsal all day and then actual job work, or it's musical rehearsal, or no, musical rehearsal and then actual job work, or it's a color guard competition. It was either musical, job, or a color guard competition. Every Saturday. So I didn't have a break. I did it when I got home. Every time I got home, it was just it was sleep, eat, sleep. It was, and it's been like that. Speaking of job, I started substituting, guys. I got a substituting job, but that's a different story. That's a different story. So yeah, it was just work, rehearsal. Literally that. If it wasn't one rehearsal, it was another rehearsal, and then a competition every Saturday. So when I tell you I was exhausted, y'all, I couldn't function. I had a lot on my plate, and which I'm not the one to complain about having a lot on my plate. It's because I signed myself up for this. So I'll handle it. I'm not finna sit here and complain to you about having a lot of stuff on my plate, because your answer is gonna be like, well, maybe you need to take something off. My answer is gonna be like, no, I don't want to take anything off. I'm gonna keep everything on my plate. That's my answer. So I'm not the one to complain about it. I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna tell, oh baby, I have a lot of shit to do. I'm gonna tell you about it, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I went to my best friend's mom's house, and I was telling her about it. She was like, how do you do it? I was like, child, I don't know, but I'm doing it. I don't know, but I'm doing it. So yeah, that's why I haven't been up to date with just anything. It's just because there was just a lot of rehearsal, just putting the show together. And so the week of the show, I told the schools, I was like, yo, I can't come in. I still substituted. I worked, but I couldn't do anything color guard, because on top of it, color guard, we have a Saturday rehearsal we have one Saturday rehearsal every month, and it was just me. Gracie was performing this season, so she had rehearsals every weekend, and then Mars just switched to working overnight, so she's working overnight, and then she's she's incapacitated during the day. So it was a lot of just me, myself, and I at these rehearsals while also working. So I was just like, yo. Luckily, Gracie was there during the week, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. Mars was sometimes there, but Mars was also going through her own stuff. So we were just having there was a lot of conflicts this season. And so the week of the show, I was like, yo, I can't do anything. I can't come in. I can't go to any rehearsals. I can't go to East River rehearsals, and I cannot go to Edgewater rehearsals. I just can't, because one, Edgewater rehearsal started at 4. I had to be at Dr. Phillips Center at 4. 2, East River's all the way on the east side. So by the time I get off of work and I go to East River for 3 o'clock, I would get to East River. Let's say I get out at 2:30. I get to East River at 3:30. I still got to come back to 4 downtown. Be downtown for 4, because we start rehearsals at 4. I was like, I can't do anything this week. This week I just need to myself in this musical. So that's what I did. I woke up, I went to work, then I went to the musical. I woke up, went to work, went to the musical. If it was high school, I got out at 2:30. I lingered, but I got off at 2:30, got food, went straight to the musical. If it was middle school, I got off at 3 or 4, whatever the case may be, and went to the musical. It was just me and this musical, and we were buddies. We were best buddies. And so yeah, so all that week it was just mode and mode and mode and mode. And again, like I said, we didn't touch Act 2 to like maybe we didn't touch Act 2 to Wednesday. And now you have to put me in. Luckily in Act 2, I'm only in the beginning of Act 2 for Africa because I was Adam. So I'm in the beginning of Act 2 and then I'm done. I'm done. I can breathe. Oh my God, I can breathe from the beginning of Act 2. Then I come back like towards the end of Act 2 as Bobby, and I say I say my lines with Miss Seeley. Yeah, I say my lines with her, and then I'm done, and then I have to go change and be Adam again because now we have the reunion. So Act 1 is jam packed. I start off as Paw, and then I have to switch to ensemble for Big Dog. Yeah, I start off as Paw, and I'm Paw. Then I have to switch to ensemble for Big Dog. Sorry, I'm using this wall as like a board, and there's nothing on the wall, so you're not worrying about it. But I have to start off as Paw, and then I switch to ensemble, and then I'm ensemble, all the way through the end of Act 1. Then I come back for Act 2 as Adam, and then I take a break. Then I come out as Bobby, then I switch to Adam, and then I'm done. Doesn't sound bad, but it's just a little crazy because at first I was just two characters, so my hair wasn't really an issue. I was like, okay, just braid the hair down. I could wear a hat for this scene. I could wear a wig for this scene. It's fine. But then it became three characters, and I was like, we don't have enough hats or wigs to differentiate my characters. So me and the director were like, we're gonna have to blow it out. And so that's what we did. So I had my hair blown out for like the past like month. Just it was just blown out. And I wanted to blow out because I definitely thought the best way to portray Paul as an older person was to have my hair blown out, and I did like a side part. Yes, I look like Frederick Douglass. Everybody said I look like Frederick Douglass. Okay, calm down. It's nothing new. I look like Frederick Douglass, but it wasn't an insult. It was a compliment because that's what I needed. All of us know, when you think of Frederick Douglass, you think of that old black guy with the goatee and the side part. That's older Frederick Douglass. That's what I needed to be. I needed older Frederick Douglass to get my portrayal of Paul across. Luckily, I have healthy black hair. So, I have healthy black hair. So the only way that I was able to differentiate and make Paul look old was to put powder and do like a little salt and pepper skunk stripe type of look to get Paul. So that was great until it was done. It was time for me to not be Paul, which in the musical, literally, I walk off, like I say my last line, I go backstage, I change, I come right back on stage. Like I only have maybe not even 5 minutes. I have maybe like 60 seconds to go backstage, change, and come right back on stage for Big Dog because now I have to be a field worker, and now the field worker is in he's in his 20s. So now I have to go from like a 40, 50, 60-year-old man to a 20-year-old man. And so I go backstage and I have to take off all my clothes. I have to wear my pants, my shoes, a tank top or like a wife beater, and my suspenders. And I bought an extra large satin scarf to tie around my head. My director was like, no, because it's too shiny. Okay, all right. So she bought me like a little knitted cap. And at first, it was like, no, this is not going to work because it's too small. I have this full head of hair, and it's not the afro. It's blown out, so it's extra large. And I have to pull all that back. Luckily, my director, my professor, D, she was there. She's the stage manager there, the assistant stage manager, because this was her first time getting to a production like this. I think she's done theater before. I know she's done ushering before, but this was her first time on like the behind the scene of like theater. So this was her first time as a stage manager, and so she took the title. She took assistant stage manager, working with my director. My director is also an English professor she's also an English professor at the same college as my old English professor. So that's how the connections. That's how she and her were able to work together, and then that's how she was able to get me. It's a long web. Anyway, So what was I? Oh yeah, so just like I was like, hey, I need you backstage because I need to take this, and I needed to pull it back, and I need to put this cap on while also getting undressed within 60 seconds, and it was crazy, but every night we made it work. Never skipped a beat. Every night, he his wife, she his wife now, so he can do whatever he want. Run off stage, change, come back on stage every night. Never skipped a beat. Never skipped a beat. We would make that change and we'd be on stage. He wants his ham hocks hot and his lemonade cold. Don't want to hear no lip. Just do what you're told. And it was just every night it was that quick, like a 60-second quick change, 60-second quick change. And because I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. So I already knew that I needed to have underclothes on, so I made sure that I always had my underclothes on, ready to go. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Like I told you, I already told you once. So let me tell you again. So that's how that quick change was able to happen. And then right after that scene, Big Dog, I come back on for Brown Betty. Luckily, there's a nice little beat from between Big Dog and Brown Betty, so I was able to come off for Big Dog, breathe, get water, do a little change, and then come back in. Luckily, Brown Betty was nothing different from Big Dog. It was also a working type of scene, so it was suspenders, wife beater, scarf. I literally did not change. I went off stage, came back on stage, but I had a beat, so it was fine. From there, it's Suge Avery coming to town, push the button, and just some other scenes, which again after Big Dog. So I was able to go off stage, and we just had to went off stage for Brown Betty. We come off stage for Brown Betty. We would go get our jackets, or we would go get our button up shirts. We had to button up our shirt and then go right back on stage for Suge Avery coming to town. Because the ladies, Suge Avery coming down, so all the men, we out here trying to be, we trying to fuck. So we go out there, we looking for Suge Avery, and all the ladies like, no, you don't need her, she's just nothing but how, get dressed, all just all that fun stuff. And then after that song, Suge Avery coming to town, we go off. It's a nice little beat. Then we come back on for Push the Button, and it's another thing, Now we all buttoned up, we all dressed up, Push the button, push the button. You gotta push it if you wanna come in. Push the button, push the button. If you wanna feel the train coming your way, baby, push the button and pull the window shades. I did that. Push the button. It's funny because I definitely invited my high school directors to come and see the show, and they were like, my kids are not kids anymore. My kids are not doing kids thing. Why? Again, my friend Caitlin, she was also there too, and she's a small little bean. She's a small little bean, and her dance partner, throw that nigga. So it's like he picks her up, picks her up, and like they do like this little, like she does this little swoopy thingy, they come down, and so we're like, oh. And it's funny because her parents, they go, all of us, I love this cast because this cast was like, we like devoted to God. Her parents are like religious. They go to church every Sunday. They not about that fool. So her mom was like, you the one who put my daughter up and do, listen, I know this is still, but y'all need to slow down. Like, so yeah, that was just, push the button. Anyway, so then from Push the Button, I think that was the last scene that I was in. I think I was done from there. Yeah, because Push the Button goes into they're running away, and then intermission. So for me, I just have those 4 scenes, and so for me it was like back to back. Or because even with Paul, we open up into the church scene. We open up in the church scene, so now I'm getting ready for church. That's why I say, Sealy, where you at? You slow as molasses. And then that's the opening scene. So I go downstairs, and I'm dancing, singing. Then at the end of church, we all go off stage, and I have to take off my jacket. I have to unbutton my shirt a little bit because I have to unbutton my shirt so I can get ready for the next scene. But I have to unbutton my shirt a little bit, and I go up there. She give birth, so now I was like, your mama dead. You have her work to do plus your own. Now give me that baby. That's my infamous line. Like all the band members, they know it by heart now, and so they mock me for it. Give me that baby. Give me that baby. Like they it's funny because I posted on Facebook, and then one of the girls was like, give me that baby. I was just like, well, give it to me. I'll get rid of it like the last one. Your mama dead. You got her work to do plus your own. Now give me that baby. So from that scene, so the church scene, I go get the baby. Then I come off stage, and then I have to beeline backstage to get my apron, tie my apron around my waist, because then I have to come out again for the next scene. This is a scene where I'm talking to Mr. And, I'm about to sell my daughter off to him. Right. So I get off stage. So I run off stage, take my jacket off, come back on stage, take the baby, come off stage, disappear off stage, run around, grab my apron, tie it around my waist, come back out, and I have to, why you want to know so much about tobacco? You is not. Now what you doing here? You can't have her. She too young. You can have Sealy though. She don't want to be living at home. You take Sealy and I give you that cow. He can't hit her. She his wife now. He can do whatever he want. Then I go off stage. I take off all my clothes. Come back on stage. He wants his ham hocks hot in his right. And then I come off stage. Go get some water. Go around. Come back on stage. About time for you to forget about Sophia. How you like? Oh, Brown Betty. It's funny because they had the champ sitting on there. Anyway. Oh, Brown Betty. And then I walk off stage. And I go put my button up shirt back on. Because then I got to go back on stage for Sugar Avery. She back in town. Right. Right. Oh my God. And then I go off stage, get some water, relax a little bit. Then I gotta come back on from push the button. You gotta push it if you wanna come in. Push the button. Sorry. And then intermission. Cool. 10-15 intermission. We break. Sorry. Ooh, I'm hungry. But 10-15 minute intermission. We Gucci, we good. Take a break. Mind you, now I gotta put on I gotta take off all my clothes, put on my little African garb, get my stick, and 1, 2, 1, 2, Wappa King, yeah, Wappa King, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, Wappa King, yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2, Wappa King, yeah. And I'm like I said, I'm also Adam, so now I gotta so Adam and Olivia. So now I'm walking, I'm playing with my auntie. Got my little sister, Olivia is Caitlin's. Me and Caitlin already got like a little cool dynamic going on from, back in high school. So now, okay, we brother and sister now. So anyway, from there, Act 2. So after my whole Adam and Olivia scene, that's the end of Act 2. I have all of Act 2 to myself. I still come back because, I want to see. And I still have to take my mic off and I have to give it to other people. So that way they can be heard for their scenes. But, for the most part, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. I'm backstage, playing on my phone, doing whatever the case may be. And then I get ready for Bobby. So I put on my next set of pants. And I put on my shirt again. But then, because Bobby's a plumber. So, you know, he had to look like, you know, he been working in the kitchen. Got to pull my hair back into a nice little, well, my hair is already pulled back. But I take the knitted cap off. I'm done with the knitted cap. So now I'm Bobby. You know, he's just a little scene, you know, your sink working out fine. Just now Miss Seeley, you know, how that tub working. Y'all having a picnic. You know, I like that, you know. And if you need anything else, Miss Seeley, call me. And it don't got to be plumbing. So, you know, I walk off. I walk off with a little pimp walk. And like I got my hat in my hands. You know, I'm like, yeah, I did that shit, bro. I did that shit, bro. You know, all the audience, they talk about some, ooh! And, you know, Miss Seeley talking about some, thank you, Bobby! Anyway, so yeah, Bobby is a little love interest. At this point in time, Seeley, because if you don't know Color Purple, you know, Seeley was raped by her dad who she thought to be her dad from the time she was 12 years old. And then her dad sold her off to some man to get married, as property, not even a spirit. So the man will always beat her, you know, and, you know, just do the deed and get going. Like, she didn't have a pleasurable life. So at this point in time, you know, Miss Seeley's 50 and Bobby's over here like his 20s, 30s, I don't know, but Bobby young, Miss Seeley 50, and Bobby trying to get dirty with Miss Seeley. So, you know, I just come out, I didn't even do anything, I just it don't gotta be plumbing, right? You know, I put a little swag on it, one, two, real quick. And then, you know, I get off the scene, and that's the scene for Bobby. But then I have to go backstage, literally take off all my clothes, change my pants, and take off my shirt and everything, change my pants and put my African garb back on, because then I gotta go back out on stage as Adam again, because this is part where the reunion happens. So now, you know, I gotta be like, Mama. Which I wasn't even supposed to say that. It was fine. Like, that wasn't a line. Like, the cast wanted me to say it, but I actually did. But, like, the director was like, no, he doesn't need to say it. And then I was like, I'm not going to say it unless it's in the script, but the directors want me to. And literally, I didn't do it Friday, but did I do it Friday? I didn't do it Friday. I did it Saturday. Because we had 2 shows on Saturday. She was like, Micah, I actually want you to say that. Because, so, the way she was doing her show is she did put, like, a little, like, just, like, little snippets and cameos of, like, movie scenes. She had us recreate it in our play, and one of the scenes in the movie is when Adam and Olivia is being reunited with Seeley, and the first thing Adam says is, Mama. But, you know, he said it in a little African voice, so he's like, Mama. Right? And so she was like, say it. And I was like, fuck. I was so close. She was like, nope, I want you to say it. And so the audio part is like, finally, I've been waiting for him to say that. And so I went to go tell Caitlin, and I went to go tell everybody so everybody know, like, I'm finna say it, don't die laughing. And they bust out laughing anyway. So I was like, oh my God. And so I said it. That was like one of my, like, literally my only line I have for Adam, which is Mama. And then that was the end. That's the end of the show. We sing The Color Purple. I go off and I dance with my sister Olivia. And then we go out and we meet. Like, we go out and we have a little meet and greet. Like, we take our bows, whatever the case may be, and then we go out and we have a little meet and greet. On the first night, these two ladies, they walk up to us and they were like, we just came back from New York. We seen 3 Broadway shows. None of them was as good as this. And we was like, hold up. 3 Broadway shows? And you come back to Orlando, you watch our show, and this was better? Run me my ones. Run me my flowers. Do whatever, but give it to me. And so, literally, she told us that opening night. And so, like, that was just been, like, that's been on. And she told everybody that. So, she told me that. It's like, she told me and the people I was with. And then we went backstage. And then more people came out. Yeah, so these 2 ladies, like, we already know. And then more people, these 2 ladies, yep, we already know. But, yeah, we already know. She already told, she told y'all too? Yeah, she already told us. So, like, and then, so we had opening night on Monday, opening night Friday. Opening night on Friday was, like, the best. Usually opening nights are, like they flop. This opening night was, like, absolutely tremendous. It was the best opening night I've ever, like, had. And then Saturday, come on, we had an afternoon show on Saturday. That was pretty good. And then Saturday night was also pretty good. And then Sunday afternoon was okay. Like, it was okay. I think the not favorite show was probably Saturday afternoon. But none of the shows after Friday night lived up to that. Like Friday, we went out with everything, bro. Like we was like, ah. And then Saturday and Sunday, we was like, ah. But it like that energy didn't hold true like Friday. So it was like the best night was like Friday, like hands down. Unfortunately, we only had one weekend. So I've been advertising for people to come see it. But we only had one weekend, and so by the time people started reaching out to me to like see it, it was like, I'm sorry guys, it's already over. We only had one weekend, but they only started reaching out to me because, like I said, I've been advertising it, but then I started posting pictures, snippets, and stuff like that for people, like just for people to see. And so then they're like, oh my gosh, when is The Color Purple? When is it? You know, when's the next showing? I was like, I'm so sorry, it was only one night. We're already done. It's over. It was, like I said, it was the first week of March. They only gave us one weekend, which was kind of sad because I love the cast. We definitely wish that we could have like one more weekend just doing the show, but you know, it is what it is. And then closing night, we strike the set. And then we all went our separate ways, but then we also met up the same night because one of the cast members, Cassia, her birthday was that Monday. So we all went out Sunday night to the club. We went out to the club, you know, she turned 21, so homegirl got a little
Push the button!
You know, we were all turning up as like a little like it wasn't really a cast party, but it was nice to get together for us. And it was very much needed. So all in all, moral of the story is that The Color Purple, I did The Color Purple as like, and I didn't, again, it was, I describe it as the most precious thing that 2024 could have, in 2024, that I could have never asked for. Because I didn't ask to be in this production, it just came to me. And so it's like, I'm not taking it for granted. Of course I'm not taking it for granted. Hold on, y'all. Kaji realized that something's missing. And it's my Baby Yoda. I have 3 pops right here. And 1 pop is missing. And it's probably inside the motherfucking little girl's room. Hopefully they didn't open it because it's my collectible. And I'm going to have to go kill somebody. Sorry, you didn't hear that. But I'm not taking it for granted. I definitely love the fact that I got to be in The Color Purple. It was such an amazing experience, especially for a story that's such a impactful story and has a staple on the Black community. So just being a part of that story, being able to tell that story for people, because I didn't know the story of The Color Purple. I've always heard references for it, but it just never clicked on me because I've never seen the movie until the new one came out back in December. I seen that, and then I got to be a part of. So I seen the story, and then I got to be a part of the story. So it's just like, okay, they gave my generation a chance to see it, and then I got to be a part of it. So then I got to tell the story to my generation and other generations, older, younger, whatever the case may be. And it was such a wholesome experience because, again, the cast really made it what it was. If it wasn't for the cast, I don't know where any of this would be. But the cast really made that moment. Every day we got together, rehearsal, we stretched and we prayed. And then we got, like, even during show days, we got together, we warmed up, and we prayed. We prayed, bro, just to make sure that this musical was a success. And it's funny because I went to work Monday, and one of the students came up to me and was like, "Yeah, I seen you in the color purple." I was like, "What? What do you mean you see me in the color purple?" They was like, "Yeah, I went. It was a birthday gift, and so we went." And I was like, "Hey, I know that guy," and I was like, "Nobody was supposed to come see that unless I wanted you to." But like, I'm not mad. Like, I'm glad they came to see that story and that they seen me. They know that I'm more than just like a teacher there now. Like, they know like, oh, he acts like he does things. And so it was just like, and it was nothing. It wasn't a serious, like, the conversation wasn't too serious. It was like, "Oh my gosh, I seen you." And it was like, "Yeah, no, it was really good." And I was like, "Well, thank you." Da 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 da. Hopefully, hopefully that small interaction was enough to change somebody's life. But like I said, I definitely enjoy the cast, and I am more than appreciative that my old professor, I stopped taking her class back in like 2020. I think it was the last time I took it. 2020 or 2021 was the last time I took her class, and she emailed me after 3-4 years of not communicating. She was like, "Hey, I have this production for you," and I was like, "Let's do it." And I was like, it was so weird though, but I was like, I'm not gonna miss out on this opportunity. I'm so glad that I didn't miss out on this opportunity. So this might be a sign to you. If you get an opportunity and you need to think of it on the whim, just take the leap, and you never know what it might take you. Because now I have cast members. I have a new set of friends that I can't. I have a new set of friends now that are good people, and I don't want to lose them. I want to keep them around, whether we actually communicate on a daily or whether I see you on Instagram. The fact that you're around and that we can use each other as a resource anytime that we need it. It's always a gift. It's always a gift. Yeah. Yeah, the color purple. Well, I think of more stuff to say. Let's go ahead and look at this jacket. Let's unbox, yeah? So I was at work this past weekend or the weekend before, and this chick came into work with this bomb ass varsity Pink Panther jacket. And I was like, "Girlie, where did you get it from? I like your jacket." She was like, "I got it from some mall not in Florida." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I need this jacket. I want this jacket. I'm gonna go find it." And it feels like you just challenged me to go find this jacket. So I got on the computer and I searched up varsity Pink Panther jacket or Pink Panther varsity jacket, and this was the first thing that popped up. I was like, "Girlie, look, it's right here." She was like, "Oh my gosh, you found it." I was like, "Yes, girl, I found it." I was like, "How much was it?" She was like, she doesn't know because she didn't get it, but one of the guys was like, it was like $150. I was like, "Hold up, because I found the jacket here for $100. I'm out of here for $100. What do you mean $150? It's All Star Elite. I don't know. I'd probably never talked about this place before, but All Star Elite, they sell varsity jackets and jerseys and stuff like that. And I've been there before and actually got some jackets there. I have a Martin's jacket, and I have a Don't Be a Menace jacket that I gave to my brother for Christmas. So I knew, like, once I seen her varsity jacket, it instantly clicked All Star Elite. So I went on All Star Elite to see if I could find it, and I found it. And it was it was a Pink Panther jacket. Fire as. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Look at it. Look. Yes. Look at it. Ah! You see what I'm talking about? You see how clean it looks? So I was like, oh yeah, on $100, yes. And I just happened to found another one. It was a white one, the same thing but white. And I was like, hold on, cause I might have to get that one too. And so I did. I don't have the white one here with me because it came in yesterday, or it came in the day before. Not, what's today? What is today? Today Monday. Right? Am I tripping? Today's Monday. It came in Saturday. I gave it to my sister because it was for my sister. Cause when I was looking at these jackets, it was April 7th, and my sister's birthday was the next day. So I was like, hey, do you like this jacket? She was like, yeah. I was like, great. Happy birthday. And so I gave her the white one. I kept the pink one because I see the pink one is what I see first. So I'm printing on the pink one. Pink one is fire! And so I gave her the white one. It's the same thing, but it's white and blue. And my coworker was like, hey, look, there's a black one too. And I was like, no. I actually seen the black one. I was like, no, because I don't like that one. It just didn't give like the white one or the pink one. But I got it anyway because my sister was with her friend. And I was like, you want the jacket? At first she was like, no. But then when I got in the car and I started talking about it, she was like, I want a jacket too. I was like, little heifer. Anyway. And luckily they had a deal. 3 jackets for $200. Mind you, each jacket is $100. So you mean to tell me that I get a jacket for free? Is that what you're telling me? I get a jacket for free? You ain't gotta tell me twice. So I ended up buying the 3rd one. And here it is. It's fire too. It's a nice little small because my sister's friend is very petite. She a little petite 6th grader. Like, she tiny. But look, this is a black one. See? And then here's the pink one. Here's the pink one, right? And then here's the black one. I'm trying to, and then I'll put a picture of the white one in here so you can see the white one. But it's just like, yeah, I thought like, this is the best purchase I made of all of April. This is the best purchase I made all year. And the year just started. Right. This jacket is gonna be, I'm gonna eat with this jacket. You don't even know. I'm so sad I didn't get this jacket when I went to the Nicki Minaj concert. Oop, I just spoiled the next episode. Yes, I went to the Nicki Minaj concert. So the next episode is gonna be about the Nicki Minaj concert because God City. Whoa. Anyway, bro, the dopamine levels are crazy. And I gotta go to Dollar General before 9 o'clock and it's currently 7:34. So let me get my stuff together and we finna head out. But yeah, guys, so I just want to thank you guys for just, being patient with me. Like I said, I'm going to get stuff every 2 weeks. I just needed that break. I had color guard championships, and I had color guard competitions and championships, and I had the color purple. And by the time everything finished, I needed to recuperate and just get myself back together before I came back and made another episode, because now I'm behind. I gotta edit this episode and put this episode out for Color Purple. Then I gotta do a Nicki Minaj episode. And then I also gotta give you my travel episode from like Budapest and all that stuff. So I have 3 episodes I need to, besides this one, now I have 2 episodes I need to put out and work on. Plus there's still ideas and stuff coming, so I need to get back on the ball. I know, it's crazy. But that's really it. Yes, so like I said, I'm very appreciative for all my Color Purple friends and my director and my cast and my crew and Dr. Phil. Like, everything that happened between February and March, everything that happened between then, I'm super grateful for. Super grateful for. Again, it's the most cherished and precious gift out of 2024 that I've never asked for. Never asked for. And I'm glad to get this opportunity to perform again. I already told myself that, because last year I did color guard. I performed color guard. And the year before I acted in the Fringe Festival. So I already told myself that I wanted to act and then color guard and then act and then color guard. So as of right now, that it seems to be holding true. Acting, color guard, acting, that seems to be holding true. And I want to keep that going, acting, color guard, acting, or just whatever the case may be. I want to keep it going, and I want to continue to spin, and I want to continue to be on stage until I get to where I want to be in life. Yeah, until I get to where I want to be in life. So today's musical artist is actually a recommendation. I didn't choose this person. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and so that's who I'm sorry I did not look at any of the credentials before I made this video. But yes, live life to your fullest. If you need to make a decision on the whim, If you need to make a good decision on the whim, make a good decision on the whim. Look at me. I just got a nice little Pink Panther jacket out of it. And I got the color purple, but I got this nice little Pink Panther jacket out of it. So, y'all want to see me put it on? Hold on. Before we wrap it up, that's what you should do. Look at the inside, bro. It's just Pink Panther. Let's go ahead and put it on. Excuse the mic, because the mic finna get a lot of disturbance out of this. Hey, play with your mama, not me. Play with your mama, not me. Play with your mama, not me. Play with your daddy, not me. Play with anybody in your family that's not me. Cause what? Look at the jacket. Hold on, let me turn around. Let me show you the back. Anyway, let me go. Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Micah Show. I'm glad that I got to share this experience with you guys. And there's just gonna be more experiences that come throughout the year, and so forth and so forth. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm Micah Gregory, and this is the Micah Show.
Guys, they all left me.
Bye-bye.
They all left me.
Soon. Thank you.
Lava.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
What are you doing? It's a vlog.
Y'all finna be in this car and clown.
Kamari! Kamari!
Is that a bro? Okay, did she get home safe?
Kamari!
Our next family outing.
Say hi to the
I just
camera.
wanted to say thank you so much
Bye,
for
y'all.
everything.
I'm
I love you
available.
so
I'm on the
much.
market now. You feel me? Like, I just wanted to throw that in there.
And,
Wait a minute,
and
you
tell your
can't say
best friend
that.
I love her
Why
too.
not?
You got Sophia.
I'm still available.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You know, like, in
You
general.
heard him. You heard it. Go ahead.
Like, you know, unattached. So I'm attached.
Okay, I'll text you when I get home, okay? Okay, bye-bye. Bye, guys. Love you.
Birthday, sweet queen.
Squeak 21!
But I don't give a fuck. Every city we living it up. Getting to it, I do it the right way. Cameras I got, I'm throwing it up. Pick my body, that shit when I want. Tell the functions where we see the string. Can't go until they hear what I say. In my head, I just hope I'm gonna win. In my head, I just pray I'm gonna win. Fuck up games, I do it for fun. Steady saying I'm gonna win. Mama said she hope I'm gonna win. Shawty with me, she telling me good.
Told the losing, do what I want, so I feel like I'm losing. Count the rolls and I'm throwing right through it. Fuck whole count like we shot in the movie. Deep in that guts and I smack on the booty. Yellow little hole in my nature like Gucci. When I'm missing my cup, yeah, I'm under influence. I'm going strong in this bitch, I swear. If it's not vibrating, nigga don't care. You can pee my swag, but nigga don't stare. You can pee my bag, but nigga don't dare. Yeah, my bitch real bad, no, it ain't fair. We good like Cyrus Pink. I call her my baby little pink. She keep it wet like a sink. I keep a chopper at my fucking scene. I keep it playing like my fucking me. I'm throwing these layers on in the spring. Don't care what he say, don't care what he mean. Don't care what you heard, care what you seen.
Yeah, heard it mad, but I don't give a fuck. Every city we living it up. Getting to it, I do it the right way. Cameras I got, I'm throwing it up. Pick my body, that shit when I want. Hit the functions where we see the stream. I'm going till they hear what I say. In my head, I just hope I'm gonna win. Cameras I got, I'm throwing it up. Hurting my, but I don't give a fuck.